Hello everyone and welcome to the first day of GFiT 2020. Thank you for taking the time and being with us here today. My name is Akshay and I will be your host for the duration of this presentation. Before we welcome our speaker, I would like to say a few words about GFiT 2020. Good Firm's Information and Technology Expo has been started with the aim to bring the users and the service providers under one roof so that they can discuss and share the latest technological solutions. Due to the current situation of pandemic where physical events are not possible, Good Firms came up with this IT virtual event, which will be held up to for 5 days and will host around 150,000 visitors from across the globe. Now, the topic for our today's webinar is the five major points of how interactivity shifts business strategy towards business growth. Our speaker for today is Mr. Slava Podmurnyi. He is the co-founder of WiserTech and has over 10 years of experience in the IT industry. If you have any questions during the presentation, please mention them in the chat and we'll be answering them once the presentation is over. Now I would like to welcome our speaker, Mr. Slava.
Do you hear me? Akshay, do you hear me? Is anyone hear me?
Yes, Slava.
Okay, great. Sorry, I probably missed and used another link. Okay, thank you, Akshay, for presenting me, and hello, everyone. I'll try to, explain those five major points during the coronavirus thingy. Okay, let's start probably, and you can type all the questions. I will try to answer as much as I can inside my time frame. Okay, let me share my screen and show the presentation I prepared, and let's go through there. Okay, is everyone see my presentation? Is everything okay? Hopefully everything is okay. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's begin. Again, I would like to welcome you all. I know we're all a bit tired of the crisis and a bit terrified by this virus. Even President of the United States got sick, so no one's safe, but there are some positive things inside this. Our world has changed dramatically fast. Our business has changed in many aspects. In this presentation, I'll share some thoughts which me and my network earned during mentioned about changes and generalize them. Okay, let's get started. Once again, my name is Slava. I'm a co-founder and CEO of UserTech Incorporated, a service software development company which provides clients with a wide range of interactive software solutions. Based on my experience, I want to share some business insight I've taught in my 13 years career in IT and 10 years in business. Today we are going to discuss how to build business, how to grow it inside the crisis period. It's not only this crisis, but any kind of a crisis. Okay. Again, let's get back to our crisis. We have today is a year, what we have today is the year 2020. Among all disasters and catastrophes this year, something distinctive. It's a huge pandemic, which changed our society and affected the way we perceive the world around us. First of all, this is like fast virus spread. It caused extreme countermeasures, lockdowns, and as a result, a huge economic decline. Beside that, we all felt increasing social gap, fear of other species in a short distance, necessity to wear safety gear and other common things we're not used to at all. We're pretty much used now, but it's something new. It's not normal for us. This year we have a triple strike. Sounds like we all should cry, Of course, it's better to laugh. It's something positive, and it's better to stay positive in any crisis. The meme about demonstrates that this year we caught triple combo. We're inside this. Hopefully, it will end soon, but we all see that the second wave is coming to all of us. And in any case, it's not the last crisis. We need to know how to adapt to any problem. We all try to grow our businesses, but always something in between. This year we have everything in between, but this is not the end. It's way too easy. According to International Monetary Fund, gross domestic product will fall like never before. In US, it will fall like 8%, in Japan by 6%, in UK by 7%, and EU zone in average 10%. It is not an easy task to survive any fall. Who survive will feel the growth afterwards. It's the rule. As you can see, the same source predicts growth in 2021. Various countermeasures prove efficiency. We're still fighting, but we know what works and what not. We're slowly adapting our lives to social distancing. We start shopping online and do many other things online. We adopted to masks, and many startups invented many new types of protection gear, comfortable ones. Lockdowns shift us to remote collaboration, and it proves to be efficient and comfortable way. And our life changed, and it's not always bad. Yes, sometimes it's for a good. There are so many changes. It is really sad that many businesses won't adapt, but let's try to reduce that number as much as we can. This is my mission: share my knowledge, share my vision, how to adapt your company in any crisis. We saw that entire picture is pessimistic, but also an optimistic one. We see falls and growth. Every business has adaptation challenge related to the surrounding at the given time. This year, maybe even decade, the biggest adaptation challenge is digitalization. Due to mentioned above issues, we went digital. It's simply a safer environment where we can communicate and collaborate no matter what waits us outside. As we mentioned at the beginning, this event is online. It's not offline because of the virus, because it's safer. And to be honest, it's easier for me. There's no need to fly, no need to rent a hotel. I can do it from my home. And any entities which will find right collaboration tools with customers and employees will enjoy the future. Other will drown. Sounds a bit dramatic, but this is the reality. Let's check statistic. Sorry. What we have in 6 months of quarantine. Due to lockdowns, we start shop more online by 34%. The same reason forced labor to retain remote work where it is possible. 43% of all workers who shifted to remote collaboration will never come back offline again. And this is applicable for my company as well. I see the growth, the potential in remote work. We start getting people from different regions, different countries. It's way more effective because you're not limited to your city or your area. You're limited to the world. It is simply more efficient work approach. And at the same time, it's healthier and enjoyable way of life. Tourism got paused. We see like it's coming back, but not so good. But in any case, empty niche was instantly filled by virtual tours. Nice example of fast adaptation. According to another research organization, which invested in customer experience development, will 84% more likely increase their revenue. And it is extremely logical. Who will visit a traditional coffee shop during the lockdown if another coffee shop offers free 10 minutes delivery through the app with delivery tracking like Uber, for example? Clients will leave you if you don't do any innovations, if you're not getting digital and closer to them. So that's why I outlined 5 pillars of digital customer experience. I think we all realize that digitalization is inevitable side effect of the virus. Actually, current crisis only increased offline to online transformation speed. There are many theories, that that Facebook forced this virus. I'm not sure is it true or not, but we're going digital and we're making this really fast. But digital experience can be different. Same rules as for classical customer journey. In old days, if you don't like the salesperson manner to sell a car in dealership, you won't buy a car there. You'll go to another one until you're happy, until you find the right person who can explain you all the feature and benefits. Same rules applies to nowadays trends. We prefer some applications to another based on many personal factors. Based on what I saw in the last 12 years, I would like, even 13 this year, I'd like to outline 5 pillars which make user journey enjoyable through any digital experience. First of all, it's design for user experience. Second, it's gamification. Third, real life experiences. Fourth, interactive effects. And fifth and the last one, personalized journey. In next slides, I want to go through all of them and explain each one. Obviously, you need to invest into your customer experience. The first thing your users see is design. It sounds basic, but without a proper design, they'll simply leave your application or website. Always listen to your customers. They feel what they need. Start doing interviews with existing client base. Ask direct questions. What do they need to accomplish while browsing your site? How can you entertain visitors while helping them in getting the information they need in the most efficient way possible? Try to map all those scenarios of your users with wireframes, with design, and make sure it's an enjoyable ride for them. There are many things you can improve in your client's user journey. As recent crisis made our world a bit slower on the first view, users demand more interactivity in their hands in your application or website. Give them that opportunity. Make sure design as clean as possible. Make sure users won't see any obstacles or trash. Make everything more dynamic. Our society has lack of dynamic right now. We lost commute or partially lost it. We lost office moment. Sometimes it's a little bit boring to stay at home. I cannot say it's bad. Most of my colleagues and friends are happy about it. They can go to the park before the job because they just simply not using the commute and optimize their day schedule. But still, our brains inertial. Let's try to give our customers that feeling. Use parallax. It means the images and features on the site respond as the user scrolls, revealing new imaginary colors or videos. There are many examples of doing this. I'll show some of you. Don't forget to update your content. Users now spend way more time online, as I mentioned earlier. Make sure you have what to show and how to entertain them. Integrate it with social media. Make sure the whole ecosystem is the same and each application and website adds something but doesn't redirect your customers outside. Try to balance advertisement and pop-ups. Nothing makes for a terrible experience more than having to click out advertisement every few seconds. Don't spam your users. Part of user experience is the gamification. Now it is a huge trend, probably more than ever. The gamification market size is projected to grow from $9 billion in 2020 to almost $30 billion by 2025, at a compound annual growth rate of 27.4% during the forecast period. Looks like a good point to add into your ecosystem right now. The major factors driving the growth of the gamification market include rewards and recognition to employee performance to boost employee engagement, provision of lucrative offers to the customers and consumers. Computer games are able to engage players no other application. So market simply adapted some of those mechanics into business applications and services by gamifying the last ones. It's like quests, daily tasks, daily achievements, points, scoring. There are so many things. Okay, let's go next. Sorry. Actually, I got victim, like one of my colleague got the coronavirus, and I met him a few days ago, so hopefully I'm not sick. We'll see. The beginning of my career was in game development. I've started as an iPhone application developer, and then in around a year, I got bored. It was so boring at that time. Those days, it was extremely boring. Apps were nothing but interfaces to websites with simple forms users were forced to fill. At some point, I decided to switch to computer games development with only one fun was what I do, and I earned it. It wasn't as much fun as play in a game, but still much more interesting comparing to dry applications. I saw two worlds, like two different worlds, the world of apps and the world of games. And I want to share my knowledge with you, especially when gamification is such a trend. There are many mechanics. I want to outline a few of them, like behavior tracking, personalization, score points, quests, missions, leaderboards, notifying, create competition among your employees or among your customers. It works really great. Okay, I always try to prove my words. And in this case, I want to prove them on huge examples. For example, Volkswagen. Volkswagen got 33 million web page hits and more than 100,000 idea through its People Car project that lets people design their perfect car. Moose Jaw clothing company that used an innovative gamified system that saw 76% of sales revenue come from gamified activities, including more than 200 social media impressions, resulting in almost 600% return of investments from initial marketing expenditures. The third example is like closer to healthcare. Clinicaladvisor.com embedded a social platform that improved user submission by 300%, commands by 400%, and slideshow visualization by more than 50%. As you can see, gamified mechanics help those companies to significantly increase user coverage and generate additional revenue. Full digitalization has some drawbacks. We cannot perceive things the same way we do it in real life. That's why we need new technology to eliminate that issue. First step is 3D. When we go digital, photos are not enough. We need to see things from different angles, the same as we do it in our life. We perceive information in 3D because we have two eyes. There are many technologies already on the market, like virtual reality and augmented reality. We'll discuss them later, but those are just the way to show your content. Core thing is 3D. It's everywhere. As I told you earlier, we see world in 3D. Our digital experience must be in 3D as well. In order to simulate real life experience, we must be as close as we can to what we see in real life and how we behave in real life. And every business will incorporate 3D elements more or less in next 5 years. Okay, if a customer has a negative experience while visiting your website or browsing through your marketing material, the likelihood of them making a purchase is slim. In all likelihood, they will simply look for one of your competitors instead. But 3D digital product renderings helps create a favorable customer experience. First and foremost, you can showcase your products in a variety of ways so that customers can visualize, they can see how it will work. They can almost touch it. Secondly, you can create beautiful marketing content that customers enjoy reading and interacting with. Browsing through your products will be an interesting and exciting task instead of a boring core. Consider your customer's experience and analyze the common tasks and processes they would complete when looking at your product. Once you have done this, consider how beautiful, photorealistic renders could enhance this experience. As you can see in field, 3D gives you a huge advantage over other methods. Our brain trained to perceive information in 3D. First, we identify signal colors like red, yellow, just to determine is it danger or not. Secondly, we identify movement, and only after we start to decipher what we see, understand shape, and find similarities in our brain. Without interactive 3D, we lost so much user attention on the way. Our brain simply marked that information as invisible because it has lower priority. It's not moving, it's not real, it's just a sign or label. It doesn't work. And we see like giants like Google knows about it, and no surprise, it is announcing the global availability of Swirl, an ad format the company unveiled in beta just over a year ago. The Swirl format involves banner ads that include interactive 3D products models. As the company states, Swirl lets consumers engage with a product like it's right in front of them by allowing them to rotate, zoom, expand, and just feel this, creative emotion in the advertisement. Swirl ads allow brands to illustrate changes in behavior, new technology performance, unique products features, and more. You can open a car, you can show what is inside. It's impossible to reach with images. For example, famous brands like Purina One attracts new customers using 3D Swirl ads. Nissan showcases new automotive technology with 3D ads. Many examples. To sum everything mentioned above, don't forget your customers. It's a solid tool for any business in any time. But at the same time, don't forget to show them a 3D content. It's something new. Teach them how to use it. 3D has different mechanics. Make sure it loads fast. Make sure users are able to view it from different angles. Make sure they can interact with it. It's not an image. It's an object. It's a live entity. And the most valuable thing, your customers must be inside 3D, not outside. They must be in that experience designed especially for them, and they will pay you with attention, love, and probably paychecks. Okay, let's go to the next topic. I would say that 3D is a core element of any digital experience, but there are some tools which helps us to see the full scale effect of 3D. One of them is augmented reality. Ability to mix real life with digital life gives huge potential and numerous cases which already improved and will improve our lifestyle even further. This technology is still evolving, but already have solid hardware and software solutions. Major smartphone manufacturers like Apple and Google built in AR as a core feature to their phone. As a result, we all can use it, and it's getting better and better. Numerous businesses already have adopted that technology. Statistics show brands that have been early adopters of augmented reality technology have seen significant lift in sales for several years. Conversion rates are increasing anywhere from 10% to 100%. Product returns are dropping by 25% because users already seen, they almost touched the thing, they saw it inside their apartments. It's a totally different experience. It's time to make buying decision has been cut in half, because people see what they want to touch the thing. So that's why it's simpler for them to buy it. AR is making impact with real return of investments that can be ignored, even without looming fears of the coronavirus. As I mentioned, many businesses have adopted the technology. I would like to highlight great cases which already serves the community. IKEA Place lets you virtually place 3D models of its furniture in any corner of your house, built using AR technology and IKEA smart home solutions. Customers can customize the size and color as per their liking. If they like the setting, they can add the furniture to their carts then and there, because when you see couch inside your room, you can understand if it fits. Immediately you can add other products on top of it because you see the composition, it's more than just one product. I hope you feel this, how it helps them to sell things. Okay, Specsavor is a UK-based eye care and hearing service provider. They have introduced virtual try-on glasses. where the customers can scan their faces in the 3D model. Then they try on different frames that the website offers and decide which one suits them perfectly. This enables them to buy their choice of glasses without having to visit the store. See, for a visual artist, is exactly like Specsavers. It lets you put makeup on your face. You can try on different dresses with that makeup look. The app even offers an AR-based virtual tutorial from which you can learn how to do things. If you love any of the virtual applied makeup tools, you can add the items to the cart and place in order. We saw just one live example of how you can build your kitchen, for example. We saw great examples where you can build your own kitchen from available items inside your living space without need to visit any shops. Capabilities are limitless for AR, and it's a nice example how digital became real and vice versa. AR simply helps us to see, try and feel digital items in real life without need to obtain those items physically. You can assemble your kitchen from like endless amount of furniture. You can check how it looks in your apartment right away. Okay, AR is great. We already love it and it makes us happy. There's so many like joyful content on the market. But AR has own limits. We live in a physical space and AR can only modify it, make it enjoyable, more digital. But if we need true freedom for our imagination, then virtual reality is the answer. Despite AR, VR is fully digital, but it gives us the sensation that all actions take place around us, with us, full immersion into digital world. I would say, like we live now in a world where, we're in between. We're on a lockdown. We're limited to visit some places. We're limited to go abroad. But we can go into digital space on our screens, on our phones. But it's not. It's different. Level of like sensation, different level of emotion. When you use VR, you feel that you're in a different space, in a different world. The technology it's popular, but it's still young technology, like first smartphones. It's extremely hard to fool our brain and dive you fully into digital space. Despite that fact, there are more and more applications of the VR. It is really popular among computer games. Corporations and companies use it for training and simulations. And now virtual reality uses special headsets which looks like goggles. It's there. We all saw Oculus Connect, VR headsets getting smaller and smaller. That technique overrides our visual perception of the world, and together with sound and vibration effects, dive us inside digital experience. So we can, we can stay at home, but we can feel different space. We can go outside with help of virtuality. Okay, let's now see how it can help us with our business challenges. It simply puts your customer into the whole virtual environment. Let's check an example how VR is transferring shopping experience. Virtual reality commerce. As consumers are now more comfortable shopping online instead of visiting physical stores, you should focus on making your e-commerce channel more powerful and experience driven. The potential for using virtual reality in online retailing is obvious. It allows retailers to create much more immersive and engaging experience that mimic those of physical retail stores, as well as adding enhancement not possible in the real world. Because you can really try the chainsaw, you can assemble it and disassemble. You can go inside any space. You can check any feature of the product. Also, VR can be used to make the in-store experience much more compelling and interesting for the customer. Add real, tangible benefits for the retailer, as the design of retail space becomes much more intelligent, focusing on maximizing footfall in the right places at the right times. VR can have a measurable impact on key metrics, because it's still a relatively novel technology. Having a VR installation in store can drive footfall by creating a buzz around a particular part of the shop. There are many other applications. So let's check another one. For example, employee training. Training employees is a complicated process. It's extremely expensive one. This exercise can prove costly if the employee makes some mistakes during the training process, resulting in a financial loss for the employer or any other tragedy. Someone can break a hand during the fire alarm exercises. There are so many problems here. The use of VR can minimize the risk involved in the training procedure. Using virtual reality technology, employees can be trained by simulating real-life environments and situations inside safe digital world. You can run those exercises more often and way more cheaper in all senses. Yeah, it's like one of the simplest applications of virtual reality. When you want to sell a flat or show any other things, you can show them now in virtual reality, make virtual reality tours. So no need to go somewhere and check it, or actually you can see your design before it actually built on a concept stage. It can transfer our brain and body to another space. It can teach us, it can impress us, and the most valuable, it can show us new horizons. The only limit is our imagination here. We've seen great technologies, but now let's go back to our customer experiences, personalized journey. Not only does personalizing content enable you to deliver relevant content faster, but it lets you accurately predict and respond to customer needs and show them that your business is on top of the game. The sky's the limit when it comes to the ability to personalize visitor experience. So start by thinking about what you'd like to accomplish, and then you can find a way to make it happen. Every journey relies on something. Our goal is to make it as personal, as enjoyable as we can. But that personalization based on other 4 pillars inside another pillar. Chatbots improve communication with customers and help facilitate purchasing products. AI-powered personalization helps organizations unify data from multiple sources to provide a single view of the customer, which helps lead customers to take action. Analyzing customer data helps uncover trends and microsegments such as user behavior, device type, and geolocation, many others data. Recommendation based on each customer's unique interest helps improve the odds of making a sale. Help your customers find the thing they want to, show with all those technologies, with all these things, help them just to select the product of their dream. Another big thing is AI. Artificial intelligence is a huge part of a personalization, and it's reasonable. Only intelligent system can serve human like a human. I collected some good examples here. I'm always trying to leverage technology big time. Its machine can now analyze 1 million events to discern their relevance, to break down and failure rates. American Express is using AI to crunch through its mass data and make quicker, smarter decisions, detect fraudulent cases in pretty much real time. Thread is using AI to provide personalized closing recommendation to its customers. I mean, for me, it's great. It's such a mess for me to find a close. And if I can use any application which will suggest clause for me based on what I like and how I feel, it would be great. I mean, it's more than better. So customers take style, in this application, customers take style quizzes, which provides data about their personal style. The first AI-powered jeweler, Ray Carrot, uses AI to compare prices of diamonds across numerous retailers to find the best deal for its customers. Macy's uses AI technology to enhance the shopping experience. Macy's On Call is a smartphone-based assistant chat with the customers when they enter the store. The chatbot asks questions to make personalized shopping, provides recommendation and directions around the store. No need to ask shopping assistant. You can use applications way better, especially when you need to retain the distance, the social distance thingy. It can also sense when the customer is not able to find what it needs, sends out an alert to human associates to intervene appropriately. So if you're lost, the application will help you. It will assist you with help of human. Okay, we reviewed 5 major pillars for digital customer experience. Now we understand that user must interact with digital content, and that content must interact with the user. Sounds a little bit weird, maybe way too digital, but this is a complicated description of a simple term: communication. Your business must communicate with your customers and your employees. This is the only way to establish relations and that last for years and decades. Like in our relationship, yes, we all need to speak to each other in order to build something strong and solid. Impress your users. Use all mentioned about mechanics to create interactive 3D applications where users will feel everything as in real life, or at least as close as possible at the moment. Okay, we discussed modern approach, which forms better and more customer-oriented experience. Let's check trends which forms that level of interactivity. AI and robotics. Social interaction got automated and robotized. Factories which can work without humans, driverless cars, automatic air conditioners, and so on. We need a solution to control all those changes, and the solution is artificial intelligence. Yes, we simply, there's way too much things we should control. So that's why we delegate it to AI, because there are simply not enough humans to control all this. Within the next years, everything will use AI more or less. It's not an easy thing still, many obstacles, but it is already a trend which growing way too fast. AI market forecast to be worth 190 billions by 2025. It's you see on the chart, it's the speed of growing is insane. But AI market is huge already. It will be even bigger, as we saw. Let's review it in details and by components. Driver, growth and big data. Big data and artificial intelligence market are becoming part of business organizations, driven by the availability of data from sources such as Internet of Things. Nowadays, companies are striving to analyze the consumer data obtained from CRM system, product reviews, and media components to understand their customers at a granular level, making their marketing more targeted and effective. Restraint, limited number of AI experts. It's a huge problem, actually. AI is a complex system, and for developing, managing, and implementing AI system, companies require a workforce with certain skill sets. For instance, workforce dealing with AI systems should be aware of technologies such as cognitive computing, machine learning, deep learning, image recognition, mathematics, like many things. Opportunity. Improving operational efficiency in manufacturing industry. AI-based predictive analytics can be used to minimize outages and improve plant utilization by anticipating demand and taking appropriate steps to match production with demand. AI-based algorithms help in reducing the scrap rate, to streamline supplies and maintain optimum inventory. AI-based inventory management sorry, eventually establishes a new pricing strategy for manufacturers. Also, there's a challenge. There are like huge concerns about data privacy. We see a lot of bills adopted recently to protect price, especially in Europe zone, even in America, in California. The main factor that is predicted to be a challenge for AI adoption among businesses is data privacy. AI market technologies process data and generates outputs. Machine learning, deep learning, facial recognition, motion detection, many things. All those technologies feed on the stored data and provide actionable results. These technologies churn out useful data from enormous volumes of data, raw data, and help businesses make critical decisions. So there's a risk that someone will know too much about you, like all those cases around Facebook, because they have so many users in their database. Okay, next, augmented reality. I mentioned earlier that the latest trend is transferring every aspect of our life to digital space. Augmented reality is simply the way to combine two worlds. While other industries and channels adopt digital solutions, this one will definitely be the right tool to invest in them. I would say an essential element of almost any future system. Compound annual growth rate is one of the most accurate ways to calculate and determine returns for anything that can rise or fall in value over time. And as you can see, like compound annual growth rate of VR and AR is insanely big. It's 63%. So don't hesitate in invest, and you'll definitely get return of investment, but be smart. I missed say about virtual reality. So it's similar to augmented reality. We all know virtual reality. It's able to transfer us to digital space without leaving our houses. The biggest problem here is still it's like young technology. It's still lack of high quality headsets. They are pretty good. Our company started virtual reality 5 years ago. It was insane. It was cardboard devices, connected to your phones. Now we have standalone great systems which can serve us better, and the graphics level is so much better now. But we still like 2-3 years away from the target. But as a modern headset like Oculus Quest and Oculus Quest 2, they already can help us with many tasks. They can help us market, they can train, they can improve the manufacturing process. Okay, why the growth rate is so big? You see the market by 2025 will be almost like 600 billion for those two technologies. Because industry use outpaces gaming, entertainment, XR, and they take off in healthcare. They help people to build better experiences. They connect people basically as internet done it like 10-20 years ago. And technology are growing. We'll see great examples soon. 5G will definitely improve this. Okay. That's probably enough. It's a great market. Invest in it, use in your applications. Okay, era of standalone applications and system gone. Now think in terms of ecosystems, where all data from all possible sources is combined and decisions take place. There's the only way to satisfy your end customers in our highly competitive world. The ecosystem is natural because its main purpose is to glue all companies, processes, components, goods together. Any ecosystem is consistent and self-sustainable. Even deadly wounded, it tries to find a way out by any available means. We all know that any well-implemented ecosystem sells. Usually it includes more services and better integration between them than other systems divided, not connected to each other. The best examples probably here is Apple and Google. Both built amazing products, software and hardware. Both of them have created amazing ecosystem that the rest of the world uses, like stores. It's hard to imagine our life without Apple or Google Store. It's simply impossible. We all saw how Nokia lost its smartphone leader position when Apple presented its ecosystem. Just because Apple presented the ecosystem, the really useful store where you can find good suggestions, good applications, and tested applications. And the biggest thing that you receive is guarantee that this application will work on your phone if you're able to download it. For users, it was amazing. All application in one place. No need to surf the web. No need to download calculator. I remember those Java applications. It was a nightmare. The same rule applies to any other business. The already mentioned car dealership, desperately needs to build at least a simple ecosystem to sustain future problems and win the competition. For example, they can add a configurator integrated with their CRM system, implement synchronization with the car manufacturer. It all helps to check the availability of the goods and order things automatically. As you can see, it looks like a small but life-saving ecosystem. It will definitely help them. If you go deeper in details, usually any business has a web page. Pretty rarely there's a mobile application and some kind of CRM to track sales and marketing activities. At some point, businesses managers come to realize that all customer business interactions must be automated and available online to prevent a possible gap. What do? Correct. They implement the ecosystem where their customers can reach their system and their system can reach its own employees. So we live in a fast world. We adopt new technologies in a matter of years. Insane. Our technology level is growing so fast. With recent events, world changed in a matter of months, and we as businesses must predict and adapt even faster if we want to survive. The only way to compete in such environment is to use and understand new approaches and technologies. Sometimes it is hard to realize such amount of data. That's why, again, those technologies help us. But on the other hand, mention about things only improve our life. Now it's no need to call a taxi service. We can order the taxi with one simple touch in our even smartwatches, not even phones, one click. Sometimes it's hard to adopt new technologies, but it will help you. It will improve your business. It will make it tougher, stronger, sustainable, and your customers will be happy. Okay, I've ended with the main part of presentation. Thank you very much for the attention. I hope my ideas, I briefly jumped over the heads of mountains here because you can understand there's so much below this. Hope it will help your business. It will help you sustain any crisis. And don't forget, talk to your employees, your customers. Adopt interactive approaches and use new technologies. Thank you. Okay, I'll try to open chat right now so I can see your questions. Okay, fighting with Zoom. Zoom fights with me. Just trying to open chat. Weird. Okay, I figured it out. We are talking about high technologies, but still. Okay. Okay, can game development be outsourced? Based on my experience, it can be. We have like many clients we help around the world. Sometimes they have not enough expertise in a particular module, for example, or they can be good at graphics, but they're bad in development, and vice versa. There are so many things. Any service, if you thought about it, you can help someone. Just do it. Don't push your brain too much. Just do it, and it will work. At least you can try. How's gamification different from game-based learning? Actually, gamification is like a general term of the aspect, and game-based learning is also like part of gamification, because in game-based learning you also have some kind of points, some kind of imagery, some kind of interactivity, which helps your customers, your auditory, to perceive like data. Thinking about technology way, in an easier way, in a smoother way, not the boring one. When you're boring, you don't want to study. It's more interactive. Oh, thank you guys. Like so many questions. I'm trying to select ones. I think like we still have time. Okay, I was wondering if AR can help innovation in tourism industries. And at this time, when tourism industry is nowhere to be surviving, it's a really good question. Thank you. It definitely can help. Once we develop an application where it's like a social application, I cannot unveil all the details, but it was like social application where people can go somewhere, they can walk around the city, they can throw quests to each other, meet each other, and in this way discover the city. It was like half AR based. Of course, now when we're on a lockdown, we can use similar mechanics. We can use AR on your table. You can see buildings in 3D using your phone on them. At least you can see them. You can travel not leaving your desk. So it's definitely there because it's digital copy of the real, and that's why it's applicable. How is Oculus doing? I don't see many using it. To be honest, like 3 months, our company has this Oculus from the very beginning, from the Rift 1 probably. And like a year ago, we bought a few Quests first edition. It wasn't so popular, but it's getting more and more popular. In the last 3 months, we see so many, inquiries about developing solutions for corporations, for medium businesses, for even small businesses, using the virtuality for training, for simulating, for engaging customers. It's definitely growing. It's not so big comparing, for example, to phone market, but it's growing so fast. We need to live inside the tide. We need to see the trend, and every business should adapt to a trend because it's going so fast. You'll see, like in 2 years, everyone will use virtuality in a subway probably. Okay. So many questions. Sorry, I'm just.
Hello, Slava.
Yeah. Ashai?
Yes, thank you for the session. And I have a few questions from my side too.
Sure.
Can you please show my video like it is from your side?
Which one? Oh,
Okay, yeah.
I see you now.
Okay.
Well,
A wonderful session it was. And I have a question like as AR and VR are converging, like augmented and virtual reality. So, do you think that digital marketing or digital advertising would be the industry that will be thriving most in the coming days?
I mean, yeah, definitely. There's no other way. We'll use augmented reality and we'll use virtual reality, more advertisement. For example, a good example is Oculus. Now, before that, you was able to use any account, any email. Now you need to use a Facebook account to use their system. So, and using their accounts means that they will hold your data and they'll advertise through their systems. So it's definitely going there. And all those we'll see a lot of advertisement using VR and AR. It's no doubt here.
Okay. Thank you for the wonderful session and thank you for giving us the time. You are the first guest on the first day of our expo.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you very much for listening, auditory. Akshay, thank you all.
Yes, it is our pleasure.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Have a nice event.